It's really the game of the 90s, and I think it was something that the fans wanted to see. I think the game is all about protecting players now. But back when I played, it was a little bit different, Then the physicality of it back in the day was, it was brutal.
Jerry Rice was a wide receiver in the NFL who started in 1985 and lasted in the league for 20 years. Nowadays, the National Football League enforces numerous penalties for things like targeting defenseless receivers and roughing the passer. There are also way more concussion protocols in place. But back when Rice played, the National Football League was much more lax regarding safety regulations. Nothing exemplified this more than NFL Blitz, a 1997 arcade game that put the physical brutality of the league at the forefront and allowed players to rough each other up way beyond when the play was over.
Oh, with the late hit!
The game was a hit, but due to its over-glorification of hurting players, the NFL ended its licensing deal with the game. Which brings us to today.
Arcade 1UP is bringing NFL Blitz back.
Current owner Arcade 1UP announced it's re-releasing the 1997 classic in its arcade form. It features all-star players across several generations of football and, more importantly, removes features that glorified violence, like the late hits. One of our reporters, Noah Smith, sat down with Jerry Rice, someone who played NFL Blitz himself, to get his unique perspective on the game's revival, and to ask how he feels about the sharp contrast between the NFL's growing safety regulations and NFL Blitz's violent legacy.
When it comes to NFL Blitz, what was it about the game that interested you and made you want to get involved with the relaunch of it?
NFL Blitz is the 25th anniversary. Then you got all of these great legends. I think with the NFL Blitz Legends, you're going to see plays like the Hail Marys, the interceptions, the game-changing tackles. I think people get a chance to live that dream through these legends. It's authentic. The experience is everything. Health is everything, but we chose to play professional football. So we knew what came along with that, the physicality of it. They didn't have all the protection that they have today, because the second you get, banged in today's football, they take your helmet. You go in the tent and they test you right there. We didn't have that back in the day. If you got dinged or something like that, they would ask you, do you know what happened? What did you have for breakfast? And you would be either put right back in the ball game, and so it's a lot different now, and I think that's why the game is so much safer.
It's been some years since NFL Blitz has been available, also been some years since you were playing in the NFL. I'm wondering what you think about some of the rule changes specifically in the NFL about targeting defenseless receivers, things like that. Are you in support of these new rules or not so much?
If you target someone, I think you should be kicked out of the game. I had a great time when I played the game because I played the game for 20 years. The lifespan of a football player is about 4 years. Right after a football game, I would get on a Stairmaster, a bike or something like that, and ride for like 45 minutes to an hour just to not let that soreness set in. I was always doing extra things to condition myself, and I think that's the reason why I played it for such a long time, and I was able to play it at a high level and not get severely hurt.
Overall, when you're looking at the game and the state of the game today, how do you perceive sort of the impact on some of these changes?
I really enjoy playing the game when you have all of those factors to factor in. Look at the officiating and all of that, the instant replay, how that sort of like slows down the momentum of a team. There are so many things that really factors into the game of football right now. And I understand it's all about protecting players, but I played it when you didn't have all of those decisions, where you just let the players go out and play the game.
How would you compare Joe Montana to Tom Brady?
Hey, how do I compare those guys? I can just say one word: GOATs. The greatest of all time.
Fair enough. I think it says it all.